Good day, everyone. I am Rogelyn Flores Kaaya. Today, we were going to discuss about the learner-directed art activities and teacher-directed art activities. What is learner-directed art activities? It involves projects that are unstructured and completely child-centered. The materials are placed in front of the children and they are encouraged to use the materials as they wish to create a work of art. It also allows children to take an activity to their level of capability and able to express their current emotions through their artwork. Teacher-directed art activities involves projects that are structured to have a specific result. The teacher gives directions that the children follow. It is also a way that exposes children to new art process and help develop skills that the children can later apply to their child-directed creations. Since we have finished discussing what is meant by learner-directed and teacher-directed art activities, we will now compare these activities about where they focus, its description, priority for assessment, ideal for, and example lessons. We will start on where these activities focus. For learner-directed art activities, it more focus for fun and self-expression. Children can showcase self-direction, preferences, and abilities through the process of creation. It offers children more opportunities to be recognized by their skills at home and school to boost their confidence and self-esteem. For teacher-directed, it more focused to develop skill and learn content. Through these activities, they can learn, create, and begin to understand concepts like size, shape, and develop language skills through sharing their artwork. It allows students to practice a wide range of skills that are useful not only for life but also for learning. Let's proceed to their description. Learner-directed aim for holistic and age-appropriate learning. Students who are interested in art are able to find solutions to different problems in an effective manner, leading to the holistic development of personality, and the activities are suitable for children's level of maturity that are determined to be developmentally appropriate for a child. Teacher-directed aim for habituation and mastery of skills based on standard competencies. It means that students can learn to include an artwork in his or her range of preferences, merely experiencing the work in his or her environment over a period of time, and can master skills refer to the coherent set of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and other personal qualities that enable individuals to perform tasks successfully. Other descriptions: guidelines and rules are flexible. Students can choose content. Content are familiar and relevant to the students. Quality of work is mostly dependent on students' intrinsic motivation. Discipline in following rules and guidelines. Teaching unfamiliar content. Detailed assessment and criticism. Quality of work is mostly dependent on student performance and compliance. Next is the priority of assessment. Student enjoyment. Process like observation, documentation, discussion, and artist statement. Student application of learning, skill and content that would engage and deepen their learning journey. Product, artwork that can show creativity. Learner-directed, it is ideal for kindergarten and early grades, children with special needs, students who are first-timers or unfamiliar with art making, people who have no confidence in doing art. Teacher-directed, it is ideal for upper elementary grades, high school students, learners who demonstrate exceptional artistic performance and creativity, people who are already gave strong artistic and creative foundations. Example lessons of learner-directed art activities are Self-Portrait and Friends, Our Summer Vacation, My House and My Community, What I Like, Painting and Playing Using Paints. For teacher-directed, the example lessons are Still Life of Fruits or Flowers, Philippine Traditional Waving Designs, Painting the Old Houses and Churches within the Community, Drawing of the Bahay Kubo, Turungan, Bahay na Bato. These are the sample objectives based on the DepEd curriculum standards, demonstrating a balance between teacher-directed approach and learner-directed approach. Let me share to you first the teacher-directed approach. Topic: Human Body in Motion. Considerations: Younger students can be taught proper proportion but should not get a lower grade because of disproportionate body parts. If the objective is to illustrate body movement, the assessment should be on process of how they are able to break down the shapes while following the line of action. For example, taking photo of themselves doing the action, then copying, asking a classmate to model the movement live. The sample objectives are to draw the human body using basic shapes. For example, circle for the head, trapezoid for the torso, rounded rectangles for arms and legs. To demonstrate body movement and direction by following the line of action in figure drawing. Now let's proceed to learner-directed approach. Topic: Traditional waving designs and textile pattern. Considerations: This kind of project is recommended toward the end of the quarter or semester, wherein students have already acquired the prerequisite skills such as mixed media, screen painting, weaving, and etc. Students also should already be familiar with the technique of choice. Sample objectives: To make 3 studies of different patterns using the following lines and shapes: triangular zigzag, concentric shapes, alternating directions, floral, and left nature pattern. To apply the pattern in designing an apparel or personal item of your choice, for example, shirt, bag, umbrella, shoes, hat, and etc. Now we're done discussing the important things about learner and teacher-directed art activities. We should know that teaching art in elementary grades is essential for holistic development. Determining the learning objectives of art in the early grades should be more focused on developing character and enjoyment in the process. As future educator, we should be more open-minded in accepting and giving criticism. Let us learn to be tolerant when students make mistakes. We should guide them on how to learn from their mistakes. That will be all. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.